Hey, welcome back, guys. It's Maverick here today with episode 10 of Kimetsu no Yaiba Yukakuhen, and I do believe this is actually the penultimate episode here. I think it ends on 11 episodes, so we are really nearing the end here, right? And boy, we certainly got one big hurdle to get over, right? Last episode, we got all hyped and whatnot, sounding the horns of the counterattack. The music got everybody hyped as well. I was certainly super hyped. It seems that our protagonists are just on the cusp of winning, and then everything went to shit, right? So Tengen is, I believe he lost his hand already. That is probably a permanent damage to him. Will he lose his life? I actually don't think so. I actually think he'll survive, but no, we'll see about that, right? The rest of the protagonist group, Inosuke just got his chest pierced. Now, just due to the fact that he is part of the protagonist group, I'm really skeptical whether or not this is going to be like a permanent thing or like a permanent death or situation or whatnot. I would presume it like maybe missed his heart or missed his lung, like it missed his vital organs and just managed to slip right through. Or maybe, just because Inosuke is so different, right? Maybe like, I don't know, like maybe he has a way of healing his internal organs or something of that sort. But in any case, we are certainly in some pretty dire situations right now. How exactly are they going to turn the tide, right? I think that is the biggest question that I have right now, because we already see Tanjiro doing pretty much all that he can. Nezuko has done what she can. Zenitsu, Inosuke, Tengen as well, Tengen's wives. What else is left, right? Maybe the other two of Tengen's wives could come and help a little bit, but even then, I think it's really hard to turn this situation here. Is there going to be like maybe some reinforcements from other demon slayers, question mark? Well, I guess we shall get into the episode and see how exactly they get themselves out of this pickle. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Hocha! Eek. So, what exactly is gonna help him now? And of course, we gotta get through the opening first. No, I would say this might be an episode where we can skip the opening and, get directly into the events and whatnot. Especially since the opening is a little bit too hypey for what's going on at this point. There are a few anime that utilize that to great effect during key episodes, right? Now, I'm not gonna lie, one of the reasons why I feel that the ending of this is going to be okay for all of them, rather than rather than a Rengoku situation, is because of these sort of like ending scenes with them all this scene here, right? With them all looking at the fireworks and whatnot. I don't know, it just gives me the vibe that they'll all be okay at the very end there. Like, maybe that's a little bit over optimistic thinking, but yeah, who knows? 絶対諦めない. Oh, thinking to his parents, family. Yep. Oh, one of the few times that we can actually hear Nezuko talking. It's voiced by Kito Akari, right? Yeah. Get up! Get up and fight. That's some big destruction. Wait, is this? This is real. Alright. And what about the rest of them? And where's the rest of them? Oh, it was to the heart. Everything. Are we actually gonna get a sibling battle? Yeah, how exactly are they gonna get out of this situation? That's why I'm really having trouble comprehending. Like, what else can they rely on? And what's your problem, dude? Kinda saw that one coming, though, to be honest. I think that's a good decision, though. But yeah, he's not really gonna be able to run away from a demon. He just wants to protect Nezuko. That's his #1 priority. Again, though, how are they gonna get out of this situation? I don't understand. Nezuko? And there it is. That's gotta be a hard decision for him, right? If it guarantees Nezuko's safety, though. He's probably still gonna say no, but still, that's gotta be like very, very tempting for him. Headbutt? Headbutt? I feel like a headbutt is coming. Yep, there we go. He's nothing but hard-headed, yeah. Oh. Okay. Those things that he threw at him earlier, they were probably laced with... Oh no. I thought it was... Ooh, nice. Okay, okay, so that's what those were for. Still though... What about Daki though? Will that actually work just like that? Seriously? Yep, but... Oh, oh, what is Daki doing at this moment? Oh, Zenitsu! There. Woof! Holy shit. Oh, there we go, at the same time. But damn, like, yeah, what the hell, Zenitsu? Okay. I feel like Tanjiro still needs some help, though. And he keeps focusing on his fingers. Oof. Oof. Ooh, there we go. Force his heart to stop. So how's he getting oxygen? What? So I guess the way he fights is just like playing a rhythm game or something of that sort. Yeesh. Come on. Find the correct opening, find the opportunity. There we go. You actually can't grip very well without your index and middle finger. Oh. Oh. Holy shit. In the air though? What? But speaking of which, is Zenitsu gonna make it? Is Inosuke okay? Oh, there we go! What did I say? I knew it was something like this. Ah. There we go. Oh. I think this is it. At the same time. Right. At least the two siblings will die together. Aw, how nice. How sweet. I don't think she's quite dead yet, though. Oh? Oh, are they gonna be okay? Oh yeah, the poison. Ah, but it's Tendril though, so if that was anyone else, I would probably be like, oh shit, they're gonna take someone else along with them. Wait, what? It's not over yet? What? Oh, they can explode. Oh. Damn. That is OP. Like a corpse explosion at the very end. Oh, and then ending here. Man. Alright, we gotta sit through like this ending credits and whatnot. I am gonna mute the music though, just in case. Now that I think about it, I think it's really possible that Tengen might die from this, right? Yeah, now that I think about it, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Tengen dies at the very end of this. You know, protecting, because in that kind of situation, right? I mean, Tenjiro must live, that much is obvious. So, in that situation, with him being paralyzed by the poison and all that, the only way I see him getting out of that situation is if Tengen protects him. And if Tengen protects him under that kind of situation, yeah. I mean, it's not even just him, right? Like, that was a huge ass explosion. What about Zenitsu and Inosuke and the others? Oh, really? Seriously? Okay. No matter how many lives? Yeah. Yeah. Now that we get to that scene, though, I can totally see a situation where Tengen dies instead. Alright, I will see you guys after this. Wow, that ending there. They finally did it, but at what cost, right? Well, first of all, I am quite surprised. Well, I guess I shouldn't be, but I am a little bit surprised that in the end, there was no final hurrah or no final reinforcement or whatnot. It was still, our protagonist Free alongside Tengen. They were the ones who managed to get through this at the very end through sheer willpower and whatnot. Of course, some of the situations I thought I kind of thought that's probably the case. Like in the case of Inosuke, I thought it would have something to do with him being a little bit weirder. The breathing style that he uses, or his background, if you will. So I wasn't, and actually that was one who I was quite sure probably could have gone through that situation without really suffering fatal injuries, right? I guess in Zenitsu's case, he didn't really. He was only trapped underneath some rubble or whatnot. He kind of got like the best out of all of this. Tengen, I actually did not think that he was completely down for the count through his through the poison or whatnot. But I mean, stopping her heart. Okay. I mean, we are in the realm of supernatural stuff here, right? So even though they still say they are just normal humans, well, don't question it, right? Don't question it. And then finally, of course, Tanjiro, I was quite surprised that he still had more power from within him that he could draw upon, going back to the sun breathing style once again. But well, sure, right? It's shonen, so I'm not gonna say too much or comment too much on that part. That explosion at the very end, though, I am quite curious about that as well, because originally I was thinking, okay, this is probably going to be a situation where maybe Tengen makes the sacrifice in order to save Tanjiro instead. But replaying that scene a few more times, it seemed that Zenitsu and Inosuke were caught up in the blast as well. And judging from the how big the blast actually was, I'm not even quite sure if Suma and Makio were able to, Suma, Makio, as well as Hinatsuru. I'm not sure if they were able to get out of the blast radius. So, is there going to be like one final hurrah or one final thing, one final reinforcement anyways? Like, in order for them to really successfully handle that situation and get out of it, right? Unless, of course, we are going to go forward with each of them suffering some sort of permanent injury. I guess I could also see that kind of situation being done as well. Although, well, hard to say. It's hard to say, but I still get the feeling that there should be like something unexpected happening. Through some sort of reinforcement or whatnot. Otherwise, that ending there doesn't really make sense. I didn't really think that we would spend the entire episode just getting to that scene and then still having that kind of situation at the very end there. So if we are going to end the series in next week, in the next episode, I do think we're maybe not going to see much of Gyutaro's and Daki's backstory. I mean, I guess we know some of it already, but I thought that it was going to be a case where we, some of the previous demons, and we really get into more of the backstory that they did. Although the parallels that they draw in this episode through, Tanjiro, Nezuko, and then Gyutaro and Daki was certainly quite. I guess they already did the job, right? With Tanjiro saying, "Hey, if the circumstances were a little bit different, maybe the sibling pair of Gyutaro and Daki would instead be Tanjiro and Nezuko, right?" And indeed, I mean, I don't know. I guess at the very end, would Tanjiro actually consider becoming a demon in order to spare Nezuko's life? It's a question mark, right? It's definitely one big question mark. Tanjiro doesn't definitely has his sense of justice, but once again, you know, if that does conflict with trying to save Nezuko, you know, where exactly do we draw the line, right? And since Nezuko is actually capable of resisting the full demonification or resisting harming humans to a certain extent, you know, who's to say that Tanjiro can't do something similar to that, right? Oh, is that actually gonna be what happens in order to save his body? So he needs to. No, no. Actually, no. That doesn't really make much sense. I was wondering if one of the outs that they could do, getting caught up in that blast and all that, one of the outs that he could have had is accepting turning into a demon in order to gain like regenerative capabilities or whatnot, but no, I think that's a little bit too far-fetched actually, so probably we're not gonna go down that route. um but yeah, anyways, so you know, in some ways though, it definitely wasn't as hype as last episode, I feel, probably because they were all quite beaten up. With, you know, with Tanjiro, you know, they really made like a huge they really tried to focus on his hands, right, and his two fingers that were broken and you know, broken by Gyotaro. Once again, like, who in the world thinks that this is a good anime or a good series for children to watch, right? I mean, sure. I mean, well, Tanjiro is utilizing a little bit more of his sun breathing style. We get to see Zenitsu using a little bit more of his godlike speed. I really don't like that translation, but I guess it is just a direct translation of the kanji used, like Shinsoku, which, you know, does literally translate to god speed or godlike speed. So can't really say too much there. Inosuke doing what he does. Oh, I guess in this episode we finally get to see something, you know, a little bit about that sound breathing style that Tengen is all about, right? Like, not to say that he hasn't used his techniques before. It's just that I don't really see the true concept of it, right? Like, so what is the, you know, the characteristic of this style? Like, why is it better, or what are its unique properties that makes it stand out from all the other different styles, right? Like, being loud, I don't really necessarily think is a good thing in terms of a sword style, right? But here, I think this is quite interesting. I'm not sure how much it has to do with breathing at this point, but being able to discern enemy attacks and view it as a sort of rhythm in order to get your body in sync to deflect or to evade it, right? And that's certainly an interesting concept, and one I'm definitely fine with. Once again, I feel like it kind of makes the battle into a rhythm game, if you will, right? Listening to the sounds, listening to the sounds of attacks, deciphering it, and then realizing, okay, so I have to go here, and so on and so forth. Makes you wonder, though, like, what happens if you encounter an enemy that is, for all intents and purposes, quite silent in their sword style. I mean, I guess technically you would still have sound no matter what, but huh, I don't know. I feel like if that is what the sound breathing style is predicated on, though, I feel like there's a very, very easy counter to that, right? Like, just fight in situations where it's very loud, right? You're in very loud environments, like throw off some firecrackers around him whilst you're fighting him, and then he wouldn't be able to discern your movements, right? So I'm still not entirely sold on the sound breathing style, if I'm to be honest here, but hey, I mean, Tengen, at the very end, he was definitely flashy, and he was definitely cool, right? Losing a hand and still finding a way to get through all of that. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, they certainly got a lot of injuries there, right? I think the injury that I was shocked by the most was probably the Gyotaro knife right through Tanjiro's like mouth here, right? Like a little bit closer, and it would have been directly into his neck and whatnot. But definitely that kind of injury and that kind of puncture is, I think, more often than not fatal in a lot in these kind of situations. I mean, Tanjiro is the main character, right? So obviously he's got plot armor on him, but still, though, oh, that was definitely unexpected to receive that kind of injury. But I guess if it didn't really go forward or whatnot, it is fully recoverable. I mean, I don't know, right? Again, it's really, again, quite puzzling to me how exactly they get out of that situation. But hey, I said the same thing last episode, right? And it turns out that they got through the situation for sheer willpower. I'm not, even though it's hypey though. I will have to say, even though it's hype to oh, through sheer determination and willpower we push through these kinds of things and whatnot. I feel like you can't overuse it, right? Otherwise, you get into a situation where, hey, just for sheer willpower, we're able to go through anything and everything. And true, that is one of the main tenets of shonen overall. But still, we gotta have a little bit of things other than just determination and willpower and that kind of thing, right? So, I mean, if eventually they still do the same thing for next episode, I mean, what can I say, right? But I will be kind of disappointed at all that, even in Tengen's case, right? I'm thinking like, bro, if you did have this kind of thing, why are you waiting until like right now to use it? I mean, I guess he said that he just completed it, right? So maybe he just developed this technique, or maybe he had to battle Gyotaro a certain amount of a certain length of time before he was able to fully map out like Gyotaro's movements and attacks and whatnot, and so that's why he's able to counter him right now. Maybe, but or in Zenitsu's case, right? Like aren't there other opportunities to use a Shinsoku and whatnot? But whatever the case, I think that is it for now. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, I still feel like maybe last episode was, more hype in terms of how the entire battle builds up. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good and epic ending as well. Oh, and I guess one final thought: I do love the fact that Gyotaro and Daiki, their heads, roll next to each other. You can totally see it coming a mile away, right? They gotta die together, right? But it's still fun. It's still fun at the very end. Too bad that we didn't get to see hear any closing thoughts from them in regards to their situation. But I guess, mission accomplished? Question mark. So, in any case, I will see you guys next week for the grand finale. Stay tuned, and yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.